Hi, Electra. Good morning. Who is excited for the finale of Ghostpia? I hope Sayoko gets a girlfriend at the end. Also, I keep on getting like edits of the bear. Should I finally watch it? Good morning. Dude, my hair is huge. I have all of it in the front today. Yeah, I'm looking at my OBS preview. Good morning. It is 8:15 a.m. on Monday, June 29th, 2026. Hope everyone is doing well today. I don't think there's any drama. It's Monday. Yeah, I don't got nothing. Today the plan is simple. We're going to beat I almost said Pokopia. We're gonna beat Ghost Pia with the final episode. And tomorrow I will be clicking go live in the morning to stamp the prints for June's art club. I decided we'll do it on the last day of the month instead of within the first week of the month. So make sure you are following pt1_art on Twitch. pt1_art. Yeah, go follow. If you aren't already, follow. And if you are following, make sure you got notice turned on. We'll do that in the morning. And then I think we'll do an evening stream on the main channel tomorrow. Oh, wait, no! Yes. Yeah, tomorrow's... Oh, I'm confused. Yeah, tomorrow's the 30th, the last day of June. God, Pride is almost over. What are we gonna do? I mean, we're playing a sad gay game. Okay, let's begin. Finally, no more VA after this. Also, look at this. It's a cute frame. Dude, when I'm playing... Wait, sorry, that sounds crazy. When I am by myself, I'll just play with it. Okay. Lock in! Guys, welcome back to ghostpia. Today, we're going to be playing the final episode of Season 1, Episode 5, The Day I Looked at Her, Then Saw Her. I hope we get to see more of, like, real Sayoko. Not this ghost Sayoko. I want to see, like, doomed Yuri. Please. We ended up Episode 4, where Anya and Pacifica got kidnapped, but they escaped. We had a fully rendered, like, animation sequence. That was pretty cool with the spider mecha thing. So I'm excited to see what happens in Episode 5. Let's go ahead and begin. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You can also watch these videos early on Twitch, twitch.tv/pson_17. Go follow right now. Let's begin Episode 5 on the Switch 2. Oh, it's so pretty. I really hope that's a sunset backdrop, not an explosion. I've had so much violence already. I've been waiting. In this empty town. Always waiting. Waiting for that certain someone. I've got work again today. I have to earn money. Money is an absolute necessity for any journey. But even without travel expenses, it's hard for ordinary citizens to survive. So I work in order to prevent myself from doing something stupid like dying of starvation as I wait. I work in an office in the corner of a government building that looks like a giant tombstone. As the noon bell rings, I leave the town hall under the pretense of taking a lunch break. Oh, is this where she dies? As soon as I'm outside, I find a garbage can. Or maybe it's a plant pot. I'm not sure. Either way, there's an envelope attached to it, which I retrieve before heading back to town hall with a nonchalant look on my face. On the way back, I visit a seedy cafe that's definitely not to my taste. I simply chose this place because it's busy. This is where I meet him. He's an acquaintance of mine and a regular at this cafe. We chat. Closer to strangers, but not quite friends. His hobby is sketching landscapes, so he often shows me his sketchbook. I pick it up. The paper in the sketchbook is quite high quality considering how all of the nation's resources are currently being funneled into the war effort. Oh yeah, the Great War! I flip through the pages and glance through them. Sometimes I give feedback if any sketches interest me. I return the sketchbook after casually slipping in the envelope I retrieved at noon between its pages. Nobody notices. The cafe's dim and it reeks of alcohol. He pretends not to notice either as he takes the sketchbook back. Oh my god, are we spies? Apparently this is how revolutionaries or whatever operate in this country, where political power is overly concentrated. Though it's not like I've got any interest in all... Though it's not like I've got any interest at all in revolution. Are you sure you don't want to leave this town? I'm sure you could go anywhere you want. There's no need for you to share your destiny with a town like this. You've got the freedom, don't you? The man speaks. In my opinion, he seems to have way more freedom than I do. I give him a vague smile as I get out of my seat. He's a few years younger than me. He's young and charming, yet he doesn't try to use his power for himself. That said, I was younger than him when I started waiting for that certain someone, wasn't I? And thus, another day comes to a close. I head back home. The salary is a pittance, so I'm earning slowly but surely. The ordinary days continue. Work. Break. Envelope. Even after I've gotten used to retrieving the envelope, I'm still too nervous to eat my bread. Cafe. Talk with him. He's been looking pale lately. this continues forever. Before I know it, the seasons have changed. But is it a different season in the same year? Or a different season in a different year now? When I reach out to retrieve the envelope, someone grabs my hand. The secret police. I've never seen them before, but I recognize them immediately. A gunshot. The secret police officer falls. It's him, holding the gun. Not the person I'm waiting for, but him. I take his hand. We jump onto a train and watch as the townscape fades into the distance. And then a bomb drops. Onto the town where that certain someone was supposed to come home to. I let out a vague laugh. Okay. Ugh! I thought that was like canon. When the image fades out and the credits start rolling, I remember that this was a movie. A buzzer rings and we slowly get out of our seats. My brain still feels numb. That was a straightforward plot, huh? The actors were fairly good, so it was worth a watch. The cinematography was beautiful too. They chose good filming locations. I think I get what you're trying to say, but it was still boring as a movie. What do you think, Sayoko? Well, I kind of spaced out, so... Wait, where's Yoru? Oh my, she's asleep, that girl. She must have just been that bored, and I agree with her. Hey, don't say it that bluntly. It wasn't an interesting movie, was it? I absentmindedly watch as Pacifica tries to wake up Yoru. There's an old movie theater. On the edge of an amusement park on the outskirts of town. That's where we are right now. Inside a dim box lined with dense carpet, drenched in the smell of popcorn. It's the kind of place I just forgot about until someone mentions it, but it looks like it still gets some business. It's the last screening of the day, and yet half the seats were full. It's mostly elder ghosts, but there are a few young ghosts too. There's a group of girls around our age. They cheerfully leave their seats as they share their opinions of the movie. The noisiness... I thought I said nosy. The noisiness would normally disrupt the pleasant aftertaste you feel after watching a movie, but it also reminds me that there are girls like that even among the ghosts in this town. I guess you can find girls like that everywhere. I don't really mind since I was too invested in that movie anyway. Or, since I wasn't too. I don't really mind since I wasn't too invested in that movie anyway, but if I was invested in it, I'd want to grab them by the backs of their necks and hurl them out of the theater. I start to think about how I'd catch them all without letting any of them escape, but I stop myself. That's not what we're here for today. We didn't come here to watch the movie. We came here to see a certain someone. As for why we watched the movie anyway, I guess it was to kill time as we wait for that person's shifts to end. In any case, the movie's not the main reason why we're here. We're here to see the movie Projectionist. This projectionist is, according to Anya, the most lit engineer in town. Since they're both engineers, it makes sense that they know each other. I think it's weird for the most lit engineer in town to work as a movie projectionist, but I guess that's not necessarily a correlation between what you're good at and what you do for a living. In any case, Anya suggested that this lit engineer could help us achieve our dearest wish of breaking through the snow desert and searching beyond, and maybe even discover my home country, which may or may not exist. Ever since Yoru arrived, we've been a little distracted with job searching and fighting against the church. But now that things seem to be calming down, we decided to resume our activities. You could probably say that we're at peace. Astonishingly enough, whenever we walk around town lately, people greet not just Yoru, but me as well. I'm starting to remember the faces and names of more and more ghosts, and can even call a few of them my acquaintances now. Though, obviously, I'm a little more cautious about people suddenly opening up to me. What with the whole Rensha thing and all. Oh, speaking of Rensha, she was apparently both an influential manufacturer and broker of one of this town's guilty pleasures, so Pacifica praised me for an accomplishment of cleaning up the town. This whole progression of events has brought me out of my comfort zone for sure, but I'm still glad about how things have turned out. I need to remember to thank Anya properly for setting things up today. That's what I think to myself as we try to deal with Yodo as she cozily mumbles in her sleep. By the time we head into the movie theater lobby, it's deathly quiet. There's not a soul talking, and the carpet even muffles the sound of footsteps. It feels like my ears have been plugged, as if all sounds have been blotted out. It looks like all the other moviegoers are already movie gone. There's nobody in the box office, and the concession stands lights are off too. We're the only ones in the movie theater. Actually, scratch that. There's probably still people behind the scenes, but it's an odd feeling being alone in a place that's usually bustling with people. It feels both exciting and dangerous. It gives the place a fresh charm. It's like a school building at night. I take a deep breath and let my imagination run wild. Behind the shut doors to the theater at our backs, they're showing a real movie to their real clients. Whenever we're not around, they do something real that we don't get to see. Our idea of common sense is a sham. The real world happens behind these walls while we go out about our days, blissfully unaware. I feel my nose prick up as shivers rise up my spine. My palms break out into a cold sweat. I've been entranced by the charm of that movie theater. See how it go? Anya's voice snaps me back to my senses. We're gonna meet up at the rear entrance. That's where the employees leave from. Oh, okay. Let's go. When we leave the lobby, I look over my shoulder one more time. Pacifica asks if I've forgotten anything. But I frantically shake my head. Why did I look back? Do I just like movie theaters? Do I have some sort of special memory at the movie theater? We wait outside the theater, in front of what appears to be the staff entrance. As we wait, the light shuts off on the movie theater signboard and employees start leaving at intervals. They all look startled when they see us. I mean, I guess it might look out of place for a group of girls to wait by the staff entrance of a movie theater after hours. Each time a new ghost comes out of the door, the three of us look at Anya. And each time, Anya wordlessly shakes her head. Is that the one? Nope. This must have happened at least 10 times. A smallish man appears from behind the door. He's short, thin, and has the same red hair as Anya, but his skin is literally pure white, which only makes his hair seem all the more vivid. He's a delicate young man who looks like he's never worn a single arm wrestling match. Okay. None of the other employees have had this much trouble opening the door. He makes it look like it's as heavy and sturdy as the door to a bank vault. I can't help but hope it's not him. I don't know what it is about him, but he seems obnoxious. The three of us look at Anya at the same time. I can't speak for anyone else, but my eyes say something like, "It's not him, is it?" Instead of answering us, Anya calls out to the man with a somewhat surprisingly cheerful voice. Yo, Alec! You're as huge as ever today. Maybe twice as big as yesterday. Nice one. I'm bigger than you, though. I can hear Pacifica taking a deep breath beside me. When I turn her way, I see her taking a step forward and speak up with a customer service smile plastered onto her face. Well, nice to meet you. You must be Alec. I'm Pacifica. We've heard about you from Anya, so we came here to meet you. Thank you for sparing us with your precious time after work. I brought you some sweets from my friend's store. They're delicious, so try some if you'd like. I can smell a sweet scent coming from the paper bag in Pacifica's hand all the way from here. And yet it might as well be poop in that bag the way Alec goes, and ah, as he reluctantly picks it up. Yeah, he's obnoxious. I hope you find them to your liking, Alec. Alec lets out a dry laugh. I can tell his forehead's sweaty despite the frigid temperature. Alec trembles and mumbles as he talks. I've got a bad feeling about this. My Lady Pacifica, I'm shocked you would call me by my nickname upon our first meeting. You truly are a lady with the accomplishments. You truly are a lady with the accomplishments of 10 and the connections of 100. I'm the kind of guy who's shocked when a stranger calls me a nickname, but it doesn't even faze you, huh? That's amazing. Pacifica lets out a groan. Alec is short for Alexei. That's his name. I guess I should have made that clear, huh? Awkward silence. Awkward silence. Everyone present is uncomfortable. Nice to meet you, Mr. Alexei. You can call me Yoru. And that's Syoko over there. She's a ninja. Oh, and I'm the doctor at the psychiatry stand. My hobby is doing this and that with Syoko. What do you like to do, Mr. Alexei? I've heard the rumors, Doc. It's probably obvious to you that my mental state is in shambles. But please don't get on my case. I can't be healed. And as for hobbies, I've got none. I'm just a boring man. Yodo shrieks. I hear you excel at engineering. Isn't that right, Anya? This guy's a genius, I guarantee it. That's a lie. There's tons of randos out there as good as me. I'm just the closest one within your reach. Right, Anya? Whenever I look at this Alexei guy, I get a strange, irritable feeling. You know, the way he speaks is obnoxious, but somehow even his looks are the visual equivalent of nails on a chalkboard. Syoko! This guy seems like he's in serious need of some counseling. I completely agree with you. Yodo deals with a lot of patients like this. They all look older than their age, but act younger than their age. And the dissonance between their appearances and their behavior irritates everyone around them. These people fuss over even the most trivial mistakes, and even if you do something good for them, they don't appreciate it. In fact, they even find some way to berate you. They can't control their own nature, so the ones that come to Yodo for help are the ones that at least recognize that they can't control themselves. When I see them, it makes me wonder if I can be like that too. I mean, they don't even notice their own accursed disposition. They don't understand themselves. If you're lucky, you might find one who thinks something's weird about themselves, but that's it. In other words, I might be like them and just not know it. That would suck. I wouldn't want others to think of me like that. Even thinking like this makes me feel like I'm putting myself a step above them. Even thinking about thinking like that, that feels disgusting. I'm just not good with these sorts of people. I haven't even spoken a word to him. Damn it. It always ends up like this. Everyone's disgusted whenever I talk. I'm trying to be a nice guy here, but I just don't get it. This sucks. Damn it, let's just get to business already. Say, why don't we go to a cafe to talk, instead of talking outside? Nah, I'm good. An otaku like me would just disintegrate in a cafe. Otaku. That's another archaic word he's used. It refers to someone who would rather be alone with machines, games, or comics than interact with other people. The term otaku originated in my home country, but it's not a race or a clan or anything. It's an ideology. I suppose you could say that otaku are people of culture. In that case, fine. Let's talk here. I heard you can help us. That's right, Alexei. I'm sure we talked about this before, but I want your expert advice to help us reach a breakthrough that I can't reach with my skill alone. You'd ask for help from a smelly otaku like me? I'm flattered. It might be hard to believe, but I do want to help you ladies out. If I can, that is. Whoa! Thanks, Alec! You see, I'm a little preoccupied. Basically, I need to finish my current research project first. Yeah. How long will this research project take? I don't know. Do you have a rough estimate at least? It'll take a long time, I can tell you that. But I don't want to pretend I know something that I don't. That's why I said I don't know. You can't hurry it up just a teensy bit? You could also multitask. As if we otaku are traditionally single taskers. That's news to me. Why are you in such a hurry? We ghosts have an infinite amount of time. If waiting will solve a problem, why not just wait? If you can't wait, you can just ask someone else, Imho. Don't expect so much from me. Alexei mumbles something under his breath as he locks the staff entrance behind him. Ah. Suddenly, Alexei lets out a voice as if he'd just realized something. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Whenever I ask someone a favor, it never turns out pretty. Just say it already. Oh, be gone, evil spirit. Be gone! Oh! Alexei tinkers with his watch and suddenly a thin blue membrane expands around him, knocking Pacifica back. What's the big idea? Don't spook me like that! You're the one who spooked me! What's with this bubbly thing? It's my portable otaku guard, Pog. Serves you right. You won't find this much strength at this smallest size anywhere else. Yoda whispers, this is starting to get kind of exciting. I nod back. I can certainly see why Anya places so much confidence in Alexei's engineering skill. Dum, dum, dum. That's what I think to myself as Yodo secretly gets pumped up. She does have a taste for weird things, after all. Shut it off this instant! No, no, you'll just get mad at me. How can you tell I'll get mad? Because I'm gross. Females have always thought that I'm gross. So I can tell you'll be mad even without you having to say anything. You can't just judge total strangers because they're women. That's exactly why they hate you. T. Pacifica picks up a shovel off the ground and charges at the, what was it called again? That portable otaku guard! I want one! Anyway, Pacifica starts hammering away at the barrier with the shovel. Each time she hits it, it lets out an unpleasant low frequency sound wave, and eventually the barrier's outline starts to fade away. Stop! This thing's power output is still unstable. Hey, Alexei? What? Even if you're made a shitload of bad first impressions with women, this is low, even for you. That's just how helpless I am. You of all people should know that. Hey, no need for the attitude, you know. Are you stupid? Look, I'm an otaku. And whenever an otaku talks to a female, he just wants to die. That's how we're built. I don't know if you can even imagine this, but I feel so sick right now. I'm a woman too, you know. Anyway, you just had an idea of how to speed things up, didn't you? Out with it. You shouldn't keep it to yourself if you think you should. Damn it, so, I was thinking. You could help me finish my research. My research is at a deadlock, you see. That's why I said it'd take time. But, if you help me, it'll speed things up. I'm almost certain of it. But who would want to help someone like me? Don't beat yourself up like that. Why wouldn't we help you? Anya's unusually talkative, and Mr. Alexei seems to be somewhat open with her. It's a refreshing contrast. Anya's usually the passive one, so she almost seems like a different person. Mr. Alexei turns off his pog and falls silent. He just needs to tell us his thoughts, so why does he need so much time to concentrate? Though I guess it's unfair of me to think like that since I'm with my friends and we outnumber him. If I were Mr. Alexei's shoes, I'm sure I'd hesitate to speak my thoughts too. He's probably cursing himself for letting out that ah earlier. Even I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. I hate this. Pacifica? It's not until I say that I realize I had even opened my mouth. The words just start flowing out by themselves. We could just let Mr. Alexei think things through and get his answer on a later date, can't we? I see, says Pacifica as she folds her arms in consideration. I'm sorry, Anya, but can you ask him again tomorrow or some other day? Oh, I don't mind. If Anya's going, then I've got no objections. We chat a bit more for a while until we settle on Anya coming back the same time tomorrow to hear his answer. Phew. I'm not used to this sort of stuff. It particularly pains my heart to make Anya ask for me. Okay, that'll be it for today. Thank you for giving us some of your time after work. And with that, I turn around and take a step back towards town. Hey, wait. Oh, what is it? If you have more to say... Mr. Alexei firmly interrupts the fed-up Pacifica. Not you, the ninja. Can I help you? Were you trying to patronize me? When I turn around, Mr. Alexei takes a step towards me. Sensing the unrest in the air, Anya clicks her tongue. Not at all. When people patronize me like that, it just makes me feel all the more ridiculed. I think so too, which is why I'm not trying to look out for you. I'm just cold and I want to go home. You're just saying that as an excuse so that your friends will praise you later and you can feel good about yourself, aren't you? That disgusts me. Mr. Alexei's face is fully flushed. He's taking heavy breaths in and out, wheezing hard. Your next line is, I totally get how you feel, isn't it? Yeah, I do get how you feel. I also kind of get why he'd get so aggressive about it, too. It's exactly because I get it that I shouldn't say I get it. I get it. So, if we flip things around, you're saying that you get how I feel then, right? Please stop. You think you know anything about me? Disgusting. Oh! Mr. Alexei lets out a weird sort of groan, but he's smiling. Savage AF. I don't know what savage AF means, but Alexei chuckles after he says it. You don't have many friends, do you? Maybe not. Anyone without many friends is a friend in my book. What? That's my personal theory. Fine. I'll show you the goods. Come with me to my lab. This time, Mr. Alexei turns his back to us and trots off. His shoulders shiver. His shoulders shiver, and after a few steps, he stumbles. Yodo gives me a smile and a thumbs up. That guy's a pain. I agree with Pacifica's grumble in the silence of my heart, as Anya helps Mr. Alexei get up, and we follow behind. Weird intro. Bit tamer than what we've seen. If you weren't expecting much from my lab, then... Hurry it up already. Oh. We're standing in front of Mr. Alexei's house. From the outside, it looks less like a lab and more like a bougie villa. Since it's located close to the amusement park, perhaps it was indeed originally meant to be an expensive vacation home. But fine. Never mind. Mr. Alexei almost looks tearful as he holds his hand out to the needlessly huge keyhole. The moment I wonder if he left his door unlocked, I hear an electronic sound followed by the ka-thunk of a heavy lock turning. Whoa, was that a biometric lock? Now, you can't trust something as easily fakeable as vein recognition. Simple is best. So I just implanted a chip in my hand. It's pretty convenient. I've never forgotten my hand at work, and you can't exactly steal a limb without lopping it off. You hear that? Alex is a genius, right? He's treading a fine line, though. The door opens. The lights turn on automatically, and a moment later, the air in the room gets pleasantly warm. I guess the heater turned on. We stand in front of the entrance as we look at the interior of the room, which is just as showy as the exterior. This way. Sorry about the mess. What mess? This place is so clean and stylish. You'd expect a gentle housewife and boisterous children to come out and greet the man of the house. It's such a stark contrast to the image of the homeowner. What a nice house, huh, Sayoko? If only our place had this much space. Do you live alone, Mr. Alexei? You two are pretty much the only ghosts who live here. Everyone else lives alone. Oh, I didn't know that. This is my workshop, and damn it, I knew it. Why must you do this to me, God? The workshop is what appears to be a remodeled kitchen and dining room. Unlike the rest of the house's beautiful interior, it's the only disorderly area. Mr. Alexei quickly runs to what was most likely a dining table that had been remodeled into a large work desk. Just how much has gone back today? I'm left wondering what he's talking about as he starts screaming at the ceiling. It's 1 step forward and 3 steps back. Way too much has been disappearing lately. No, don't tell me. Not the bolts, too. It's a jumbled mess now. Mr. Alexei laments as he rummages through what appears to be a pile of parts left on the work desk. The module looks okay, but where's the cable? Is that gone too? How could this happen? FML. So what exactly are you making? Isn't it obvious? How is any of it obvious? Okay, what if I did this? Mr. Alexei strikes a few keys on a nearby computer keyboard. Wait, that's the lady from the intro. Whoa. A translucent woman's head starts floating midair. The spectacle is so much impact, I unconsciously pull out a gun and just barely manage to stop myself from pulling the trigger. Come here! Okay, I'm not saying that. It's just a hologram, a 3D projection. What is this? She's what I want to show you today. We all fall silent for a moment as if to search through our memories. That head does seem familiar. A girl with a faint smile. She's not fully grown up, but if you stare at her for long, you'll see glimpses of a mature woman. Something about her seems to hide some inner darkness. Have I seen this ghost somewhere before? I can't say since I don't have many female friends. She's attractive. At the very least, she's pleasant to look at. Oh, the movie! She was in the movie! That's correct. Those words permeates into my head the way the sweetness of rock candy permeates into your mouth when you're tired. It's like I've been waiting for it. But on the other hand, I've got a bad feeling about this. Was the girl in the movie his project? Isn't she wonderful? I mean, I guess. But she's only in the movie, right? Indeed, she's nothing more than an image caught on film. She has no substance. In other words, she's just an illusion. But what if I can make her real? Wait, so Alec, you're trying to make this chick? No, that's not it at all, Anya. Good, I thought you had gone way off the deep end for a second. I'm just deploying her into this shitty world. Oh, I misclicked, sorry. Oh boy. What do you mean by deploy? He means make, but with a fancier word. Not at all. I thought of all the shitty women in this town. At least you'd get me. To make her would be to simply create something in her image that would act like her. But what's the point in that? Yeah, what would be the point in that? What I want is to assert in each and every one of her functions, either abstractly or concretely, and deploy her into this world. Not just in spirit, but in body too. That's what this project of mine entails. And then what? Live with her, obviously. You see it all the time in anime, don't you? Every day she'll wake me up, eat meals with me, and welcome me home. And sometimes we might argue. But I'm sure she'll enrich my life overall. Everyone gaffs at Mr. Alexei. No, just call him Alexei. He's lost my respect. I'm thinking she'll be like a maid living under my roof. I've got godly taste, don't I? I've even drawn clothing designs. I'd love to get some females' opinions on them. Long skirts are the best, aren't they? I'll bring up the designs. And with that, Alexei starts tapping away at the keyboard, while Anya frantically stops him. Well, whatever. I'm sure you've all come to understanding the loftiness of this project goals, but... I'm sure we all come to understand it was a mistake to even come here. Ow! Anya suddenly groans in pain. Pacifica's pinching her butt. What? I like Yodo figuring she'd enjoy seeing something like that, but she instead looking at Alexei with a sidelong glance. It seems she didn't hear Anya. Well, in any case, I totally understand how Pacifica's feeling right now, so I won't stop her. So, I'm not sure there's anything we can do to help you out with this project of yours. That's right. Sorry, but I'm not good with technical things. You can take Anya off of our hands, so go ahead and use her however you please for the rest of her life. Hey! You don't need any technical literacy. You don't even need any literal literacy. My request for you is simple. You just need to follow my directions. With luck, we should be done in no time, and I can start tackling your request. I'll even do it free of charge for you if you help out. That's just how valuable your cooperation is to me. This is starting to sound suspicious, but fine. So what exactly do we need to do? You ladies just need to look carefully and closely. At both my work and at her. Strategy meeting! We would like to request some thinking time. Approved. At Pacifica's command, we all gather in a corner of the room. I'm sorry, guys, for like everything. That guy's messed up in the head. But what he's doing is incredible. Yeah, he's always like that. Nobody can keep up with him. In more ways than one. But his engineering skills are the toppest of the top notch. He can single-handedly do stuff that I couldn't even if there were 9,999 of me. So you do something that gross if there were 9,999 of you, huh? No, I don't think I'd ever do anything that gross, no matter how many of me there were. He's certainly an eccentric, huh? GSYK? Oh, just so you know. Okay, I thought it was like Jesus Christ. I was like, huh? GSYK, I can hear you. FML. Say, Alexei, what do you mean when you say you want us to watch you? It's not like you want us to make sure you don't fall asleep at work or anything, right? Well. Alexei's eyes sparkle. The sparkle of a prideful engineer. But it's probably for the same reason as when he went off earlier. We all can't help but put our guards up. Ghost put capacity. That's just what I like to call it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? There's a limit to how many things we ghosts can have. Once things go back to the garbage dump, you have to pick them up again. Yeah, of course we know that. The hole in the ghost pocket. Isn't it called the bottomless the ghost bag? Is it? Well, things may disappear. Things that should last for a while as long as they're placed within your territory and keep their existence in the back of their mind. Both Pacifica and Anya nod. I nod too, due to peer pressure before realizing, oh yeah, that's right. With the exception of the bare minimum, my belongings quickly disappear too. Alexei makes it sound like you're guaranteed a certain extent of possessions, but it feels a little different in my experience. I think the reason these things feel more natural to me lately is now that Yodo's moved in, we share our belongings. Also, now that I've figured out gunshot wounds and other injuries count as belongings, I have actually been finding it pretty convenient sometimes. I've never paid any special attention to it before either. Never ever. Not even once. However, Pacifica lets out an agonized groan when Alexei screeches mid-screech. She's too detailed. The sheer volume of information necessary to imitate God's creation of man is far too much for our ghostly bodies, it seems. Huh. Alexei casually picks up a part of the scattered heap on the work desk. His eyes seem filled with a deep sadness. No matter how I assemble her parts, no matter how I code her personality presentation program, parts of her disappear if I take my eyes off of her for even a second. It's probably random what parts disappear. The bolts and the entire skeletal structure disappeared this time, so she's incomplete. And I can't show her body to you ladies. FML. Alexei explains in an oddly dramatic tone, but I can feel his calm enthusiasm as he tries to convey the objective truth. We're not normal. We weren't humans that lived. We only call ourselves ghosts for convenience. We don't actually know what we are. Oh. Wait, I'm dropping frames, I didn't realize. Okay, I gotta backtrack. Gulp.